So here we are, Aquarius. Let's see what is in store for you guys for September. Rider-Waite deck, as you can see, same layout as last month, 4 cards at the top and a clarifier for each underneath, and then a goddess card at the end of the reading to see what empowerment or messages you are receiving as well. So let's see what's in store for you guys, Aquarius, September 2016. Ooh, jumper. The Knight of Swords, your very own energy. The Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. The Sun, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords. We have a few nice, I'll just move this back for you guys. We have a few nice similar energetic connections. So we've got swords over here in this one, and we have the 2 and then the 3 of wands in this one, and both of them to me exude similar energies as well. So one major arcana card, and it's this one here, the Sun. The Sun is one of the most benevolent and beautiful cards in the deck, and it is probably the most positive of the major arcanas. So a nice change from last month's reading for you, where you had the Tower and then the Moon card underneath. For anyone interested, I'm going to do an analysis of your reading and show you all the interpretation process of those cards and the meanings of them, because I have 2 Aquarians in my family, and that reading for August is playing out sadly, very, very accurately in a negative connotation. And today is the 18th of August, which is the day I'm doing this reading for you. It's actually the day of the barely there penumbral lunar eclipse. So lots of energy still surrounding the eclipses coming into September with the 2 major eclipses, and I see here again the Sun. So I'm thinking that possibly the ecliptical energies will still be playing a part for the Aquarian people on our planet. So let's start up with your very first card in the top left corner, and that is called the Knight of Swords. So he is often associated with air sign energy, you know, that sort of intellectual and conversational, so communication type energy, and often he can be associated with documents or legal things, drawing up of contracts and things like that. He can also be associated with the physicality of someone a little bit younger, so in that 20s something type bracket, and he could potentially be someone who is just rushing into your life, exciting things up and stirring some sort of wild, you know, activity and flourish of energy. Or he could be someone who is connected with what I said before about the communication realm or legal or documentation. Oftentimes he is in a hurry and he doesn't necessarily stay, and we can see actually although he's at the very beginning of your reading, he's also headed straight back out, as if he comes from earlier. So he may have come from energy associated with August and before August, which is possible. And your clarifying card underneath is the Sun, which, as I said before, is one of the most beautiful of the major arcana cards. It betides us with positive energies from at every single level. So manifestation, joy, happiness, harmony, positivity, fertility, conception, and these are of both ideas and creativeness and pregnancies. They can even be new additions to your family, so they can be new children one way or another that come into your life. Now this could be through adoption, or it could be the birth of something, or it could be families merging together. So the Sun just opens up every single portal of opportunity, and generally in a very beneficial and positive way. So it's a great card to see in your reading, and right at the start of the month I think it spreads itself energetically along the causeway as well. The Sun also tells us to remember to be more childlike and to harness those energies of joy, laughter, fun, involvement and activity. So that's some more messages of the Sun card. It talks about the possibility of, if you are starting new ideas or projects or concepts, then they will be imbued with this potential fertility. And we see right next to it these two cards, which also denote that kind of energy and thought and directional purpose. So let's move on to them. The Two of Wands with your clarifier as the 3. You know, I love it when readings hold sort of synchronistic messages, or when they seem to fit really well constructively, and this is a classic example. So the Two of Wands, we see this guy with his back to us, holding the globe in his hand, and he is pondering upon where his future might be, or what he is doing about a certain something in his life, what direction to take, who he might take with him, how he is going to plan it. So this card is known as the planning, the ideas, the creative source, directional type card. It's about opportunities and making those opportunities and seeing them when they arrive. It quite often suggests to me a change in career, or even possibly a change in where you live for one reason or another, and sometimes associated with your career. So for some of you around about this time, you may be thinking of new job opportunities. This would be a good time to put your CV out there and put your best foot forward and get your shining armour on, so that you're appealing to everyone. And the opportunities might be quite good just cyclically at the moment in time for you Aquarians. So your clarifying card underneath, although just one card up in the suit of Wands, it seems to go from grey to this beautiful charming yellow colour, which is always so energetic and bubbly and, you know, more attractive to look at than the grey. Yet they are still posed in a very similar situation. They have their backs to us. In fact, you have 4 cards here that are really showing the backs of people. So there's something about you turning your back on something and walking away and going in a new direction. And I'm seeing this message quite a bit for these September readings. So perhaps a lot of people are reaching some, you know, epoch or destiny point in their lives where they're making decisions and changing directions. But the Three of Wands bodes really well. It again is the creative and the inspirational energies that you are pondering, and you are utilizing your ability, especially with your minds, to be able to create something new. And out of nowhere almost, you'll get this surge or urge or surge of energy that can turn into something and take you on this new journey. Again, he is looking across land, out to other lands. So for some of you, this might even be business concepts or ideas that will take you to another place. It may not be a physical shift. It might be something that you start a business online, for instance, or your business grows and expands to another country or a different area. It may even be a different area of your business. You might start a new side spin of it. It has all of those propensities, and especially with the 2 wands right on top of each other, I think even more so. So plenty of you know, creative ideas for you to ponder on those 2 cards, and to really connect with that action and energy and sort of bring it into your life in the month of September. We come to the next set of cards, this sort of 3rd week if you like, and you have 2 twos together. So again, when numbers reappear or are beside each other, that number will have a higher resonant meaning for your reading. 2s are about balance and maintaining balance and integrity values and things like that. They're about making sure in partnerships that partnerships are evenly balanced, both your personal relationship partnerships and business ones as well. But the 2 of Cups comes to talk much more about our close personal relationships as opposed to business, although like everything, the tarot cards can be spread over any dimension. So just because it's a cup card doesn't mean that it won't be necessarily surrounded in the energy of business as well, but primarily its meaning stands for heart relationships. So the 2 of Cups, as you see there, these 2 people sort of toasting each other in a very close sacred sort of union or reception that they are doing between themselves. So this is usually a very sacred relationship and special, driven from emotional heart love. So often new romance or the re-establishment of an existing relationship to a deeper point. So some of you might be meeting someone new, and if you are, this could be a very special soulmate relationship. It is also about support and nurture, honesty, honour, love and respect. So that type of energy is there. Now, interestingly, if we look beneath, we see the Seven of Cups. So we have the Cups energy still in it. But the Seven is almost the total opposite of the Two of Cups. It has a much more, to put it bluntly, it has a more negative connotation and a little bit more of a sinister feel to it. So there is something, the Seven of Cups is known as the card of illusions. And this man who has his back to us, almost in a silhouette form, as if it's kind of like his alter ego or his shadow self. So there's something that he doesn't show to us about his personality. So this could be your hidden part of the you, you know, stuff that you keep secret or not out in the open. But there is something around you at this time that is illusionary and kind of grasping your attention, because these are like diamonds sparkling in the sunlight. You're lured into this magnificence of whatever it is on offer. And again, this can be relationship offers, it can be business offers or money, transactions, job offers. So the card basically is a warning card, and it says be careful. Make your selections very carefully. Do not fall for false gods, I think would be a saying. You know, look underneath what it is. Like, what is under this? Don't be mistaken and think it's going to be your bounty. So at this time when the sevens turn up, you need to be diligent and do due diligence on projects, relationships, people, opportunities, business and finance in particular. So this up here, although this is here for you, you need to work out which one of these this one is, if you get my drift. So just be careful and utilize some intellect, because you've got your intelligence, but be very connected to your intuitiveness as well. So we come to the final card for the reading, and a more sword energy, and you've kind of got a cluster of the sword energy over here. But the Six of Swords is known primarily as a travel card, and this can be metaphorical or physical. So physically it can be travel overseas to another land or country, and it can be with one or two other people, so part of a family or a group of people. So some of you will be going on travel, and it could be for holiday. It can also be for work-related purposes. The other way to look at this card is if you see this water here, it's quite choppy, and he is paddling the boat and the people out of this choppy water into calmer waters. So it can also be the analogy of that you have been in a hard place and you've found some difficult times, possibly within relationships, and communications may have even been sticky and difficult. So you are turning your back again on things that are no longer suited to you, you do not need in your life, and you are preparing to move forward into calmer waters. So all round, the Six of Swords actually is a really good card. It doesn't look that exciting. Again, it's a bit grey like this one over here, but it does have this wonderful opportunity to head into a better direction. Now its clarifying card really makes sense as well, and again it's the card before it. So we have 6 and 5, and we have 2 and 3. So we're getting messages within the same suits of cards that are re-establishing themselves for your reading, and I think they're quite intrinsic messages to listen to. So the Five of Swords is often about barbed communication or irritable times with people in relationships. And again, we could be talking business relationships or commercial or, you know, career type relationships as well as personal. Oftentimes this does suggest that you are the victor and that these people depart and that you leave and go somewhere. So those people possibly will never come back. They can be gone forever because they don't like the way you operate, they don't like the things you were saying, they haven't found satisfaction within the relationship, so they can be moving on. The card has a very essentially strong message, and that is be careful about the words you choose to use when you're having arguments or you know, legal problems or anything, because it's how you use your power and your intellect and your communication that could make the difference. You could still be the victor, but you might do it in a way that these people aren't, you know, going to go away negatively and perhaps pass that negative karma or energy on. So towards the end of the month there, and again, as I say, it's not necessarily the end of the month. It could swing in roundabouts time-wise, but sometime in the month there is this feeling of argy-bargy communications, and possibly even in the written form. So it could be documentation or legal stuff, or something to do with verbal or written communications that gets a bit feisty, that you have to take control of and work through in the best logical manner and with the best, you know, possible outcome, both for yourself and probably the other parties as well. And if you do that, then you're bringing the sunshine in, and look at that sun shining on that card right now, which is really beautiful, and it's kind of re-embellishing the whole energy of the sun energy in your reading. So there you are, Aquarians. It's still a energetic reading. There's still a lot going on. There's a lot of potential for you to be the decider of the outcome. So it has a lot to do with the way you act and react to situations within your month. So nice reading, and as I say, potential for you to really connect with it at that creative level and see what it is and what direction you want to head yourself in, focus on it, and, you know, bring that into this reality. So we'll put these cards away and see what your goddess card is. Let's just shuffle these a little bit. Okay, it's this one. Sekhmet. Be strong. Another nice, powerful, you know, nice, powerful messages there. And she has the two lions beside her. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So we see in that last card on the bottom right of your reading, the Five of Swords, you know, that shows strength, and it shows intellectual strength and verbal strength, and also the Sun is the giver of strength and life. So I think within the reading you do have a lot of ability to pull on strength, and she is saying that utilize that and know that anything that challenges you or that comes along your pathway, or even that you're excited about and possibilities, use your strength to enaction them and to enable them so that they work for you in your favour. So there we are, Aquarians. It's quite a neat reading for you for September. I really thank you all for joining the channel, because this is in reality your channel. You guys are what keep the creative juices flowing, and it's kind of like, I believe firmly in collective consciousness, so whatever messages I receive are imparted to me throughout all of the group community that join the channel. So thanks for joining, subbing and liking, and have a wonderful September. We will see you all for the following month. Gosh, I can't believe the year seems to be rushing by. So much aroha, ka kite anoa, namaste.